welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about weight loss. But first and first, before we dive into that, I want to clarify something on my previous video. It turns out that a few weeks or few days after I made that video, a new name has been confirmed for PCOS. So, what was previously known as polycystic ovary syndrome had now been changed to PMOS, that is polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome. And this does not contradict what I said in the video at all. It in fact confirms everything I said in the video. So they have removed the focus from it being a cyst to a more deeper issue, which is the metabolic and hormonal disorder. Yeah. So if you've not watched that video, do well to go check it out, and let's dive right into today's video. So now a lot of people have gained weight over time due to their lifestyle, pregnancy, and hormonal conditions like PCOS. And due to this fact now, they have misunderstood the act of losing weight. Yes. And a lot of people have this idea that you need to go to the gym in order to lose weight. But I'm here to tell you that you do not need to go to the gym to lose weight. I'm going to say that again. You do not need to go to the gym to lose weight. And don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong, right? The gym is good. The gym is great. It helps you build structure. It gives you more equipment you cannot afford normally. And then it also helps you build strength faster. However, some people have made excuses that they cannot afford subscription, they cannot go because they do not have time, it's too crowded, it's far away from their home, and a lot of other, complain. So due to that fact now, they do not even bother starting or even trying to improvise at all. They just stop trying at all and they continue blowing up.
What?
So this video now is gonna give you more clarity on what you can do if you want to lose weight. And first and first, I want you all to understand something. The core when it comes to losing weight or when it comes to weight loss is very simple. Let me tell you, if you want to lose weight, what you have at the back of your mind is, I need to burn more calorie than I take. So for example, if your maintenance calorie for the day is 1,800 calories and you constantly eat between 1,400 to 1,500 calories, over time you're going to lose weight. This is called calorie deficit, and this is the principle.
Oh my God!
Down first and first, your daily movement matter. Simple things like walking 10k steps, 8k steps in a day. And if you are the one that feel like you do not have time and you have to be at work, and let's say your work, people use elevator every day. Instead of using the elevator, you say, you know what, why not I use the staircase today? And then you decide to use the staircase. You are burning calorie, right? And just basically moving around. Someone that stays active all day, moving around, and someone that hit the gym 1 hour every day and just sits around every day. Who do you think is going to burn calorie? Of course, it's someone that moves around actively that is going to burn more calorie than the one that trained for 1 hour.
What?
Yes. So daily movement matters. Take 10,000 steps every day. Let's say you close from work and your house is like a 10 minutes work, or you need to enter bike from the gate of your workplace to your house. Why not decide, you know what, I'm gonna take a walk. Take a half walk. Maybe if you cannot walk all the way to your house, take a half walk. Then when you reach halfway, you can enter a bike, or you can use a car to your house. Get what I mean? Now, secondly, you can lose weight from your bedroom. How? By doing home workout. About 2 years ago, so when I graduated from school, right, I was very, very skinny. And I decided that, you know what, I didn't want to be skinny. I did not like being skinny. I want to be fat. I want to add weight. I don't want to be fat, but I want to add weight. So what I did was, I started eating junk food. I started eating 7 times a day. Every day I would drink 1 liter of yogurt because I love yogurt so much. Ew! And now it goes to a point where if I'm working or, this body shaming, people will be like, Ada, you are blowing up. Ada, you are doing this. Ada, what's your weight? What's like a mother of two? You get that kind of thing. In my mind, I was so happy because it's like my plans are working. Do you know how hard it is to gain weight? It's not that hard anyway. On that 1 year, I gained a lot of weight. So it now got to a point, one certain day, I just looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? I have blown up. Like, I was literally looking like a woman who are giving birth to three children. No disrespect to the people who have given birth to three, but typically, that's how I was looking. And I was literally very young, my early 20s. You get what I mean? So at that point, I decided this is not how I want to live my life. So guess what I did? I went to gym for the first 2 months, and there was no single result. I was just literally adding more weight because you know when you come back from the gym, you just become hungrier. You want to keep eating, so you won't eat more than you're eating before. So I stopped going to the gym, and then after a while, I decided to change my technique. And what did I do? I skipped. I skipped for 3 days, for 3 months straight. I skipped for 3 months straight, and that was when I was seeing results. What am I trying to say? When it comes to home workout, you must not skip like I did. Oh. And if you're wondering how many skips I did, then I was doing 1,000 skip, 500 in the morning, 500 in the evening. Sometimes I do 1,000 at once. So when you have become conversant with skipping regularly or working 10K steps, you can now add simple body weight exercises like the jumping jack, the squatting, lunging, which other one is there? Just simple workouts. Why? Because you don't want to just be losing weight and be losing your muscles at all. These little body weight exercises will help you tone up a bit as you are losing your weight. You get what I mean? So there is no excuses. If you don't have time, if you don't want to go to the gym, do home workout. Do it in your room. And funny enough, you don't need to spend 1 hour, 2 hours on this. 10 to 15 minutes is okay for you to do this home workout that I just mentioned. Now, thirdly, is the food. And when it comes to food, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but 80% of your weight loss is done in your kitchen. And the remaining 20% is all the exercise that we are doing, that's to burn calorie, right? So now when it comes to food, you know that you can go to gym every day. You can be going to gym regularly every day consistently, but if you do not fix your diet, you're just wasting your time. Yes. Imagine going to the gym, working out, burning like 150 calorie or 1,000 or burning like 750 calorie, and then you're coming back home and you're eating one hamburger of about 100 or 1,000 calorie. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense, right? So when you're trying to lose weight, right, I want you to lean more on whole food, high protein diet, food rich in fiber, and just basically balanced diet. Then you avoid processed food, sugary food, and all of those. And be mindful of the hidden calories. You know, when we are saying healthy, balanced diet now, be mindful of those healthy. You might be creating a healthy food, but then you're putting so much oil. Do you know how much calories is oil? Yeah, you don't want to find out. And mind you, when we are talking about food, we are not saying that you should now go into extreme dieting. No, you must not go into extreme dieting, but you need to be very mindful. The thing about weight loss is consistency plus intentionality. You need to be very intentional when it comes to this weight loss thing. Yes. So these small actions that you take every day, daily working, being active every day, balancing your meal, better food choices, all this will add up to make you lose weight over time. And that hidden thing that makes you not to lose weight, if you eating late at night, have an eating window. You get, let's say, between 12 and 8 p.m. That is the time you can eat. So after 8 p.m., you cannot put anything in your mouth again. What you take is water, you drink water. Because most of the time, most of us are not hungry, right? But we just want to eat. So if you're really, really trying to lose weight, eat when you're hungry and then take enough water. And while you're eating when you're hungry, eat slowly, eat gently, and then when you don't wait until you're full. Once you're no longer hungry, you're not supposed to eat, don't eat again until you're hungry again. And most times we're not even hungry, we're just thirsty, right? So that's why hydration is also key when it comes to losing weight. Yes. Drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water every single day. Though we'll see have a topic on hydration in our subsequent video, I think so. Now you can clearly see that weight loss that going to the gym or not having access to the gym is not your problem, right? It is your daily habit, the food you take, the way you move. Instead of waiting for the right time, now is the sign for you to take your weight loss journey seriously. And now, like I mentioned, if you do not want to do the calorie deficit, well, there are other ways that you can decide to lose weight too. There are the calorie deficit, which I mentioned. There's also what we call the intermediate fasting, right? So now, let's say, for instance, instead of you eating your normal breakfast by 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., just keep and have your first meal by 12 p.m. I do not know if I've actually made some point or if it's actually clear enough. First thing I said, you need to understand the principle of weight loss, and that is the fact that you need to burn more calorie that you're taking. So you need to know your calorie maintenance. It could be 1,800, it could be 2,000. So now that's your maintenance at the moment. So now if you reduce it a little bit to about 1,400, 500, over time you're trying to lose weight. Additionally, work around, move around, work, skip, jump, fly, all of these things will help you lose weight over time. And remember, it's consistency and intentionality over random procedure. When we apply these few steps, I feel like you'll be able to lose weight effectively. So the next time somebody tell you that you need to go to the gym, tell them
You are a pathological liar. Liar of all ages. Rita! It's alright. Jesus!
can work out without having to go to the gym, but then over time, when you're not becoming conversant with all these things and you want to, probably now build muscles after losing so much weight and then your body is not toned yet and you want to just go and build muscles, I feel like you need to go to gym and lose weight. But if you also do not want to go to gym there, you can also you can also buy this stuff in your house or build your weightlifting equipment. I think nowadays people use cement and sand to build dumbbells, but I think we'll get to that. Anyways, if you found a little bit of clarity in this video I made today, do not forget to like, share, subscribe.